Mostly known for my Jimi Hendrix performances, this guitar has been my main guitar for many, many years. Welcome back to another episode of Guitar of the Week. This time I want to introduce you to this Fender Custom Shop Stratocaster in Sunburst. I found this guitar while actually looking for a totally different guitar in one of my local music stores. And it's the store that I also, for example, bought my Sir 80 Strat, and that store is known for its very high quality guitars and also rare guitars that they have in their collection. And this is where I found this guitar. This guitar doesn't seem to be a serious model, and back in the day when I bought it, the store actually wasn't too sure about what this guitar is and where it comes from. So I actually, for this episode, I did some research. This guitar is called Pro Model 1107. It's a Fender Custom Shop guitar, but there's not much to find about it online. But it seemed like Fender was trying to make the perfect workhorse guitar, having features that artists were having in their guitars and features that a lot of customers were wishing for. And I have to say they did an amazing job. The combination of old and new on this guitar is just great. I love how with the old headstock and the relic finish, and then combining this with a modern tremolo and tuner system, this is just like a really, really cool and special guitar. So Fender did an amazing job making this a workhorse guitar, because it has become a workhorse guitar for me as well for many years. The neck on this guitar actually couldn't be more perfect. Compared to most Stratocasters, it has a comparably thin neck and it's very comfortable to play, and it has those noiseless pickups on there that sound really great, and it's just a really good guitar for me. This is a go-to guitar whenever it is blues, funk, soul, pop, jazz. If you wonder about the ugly green sticker that I have on this guitar, I actually told this in a different episode for a different guitar before, but I put this on there because sometimes, at least back in the days, it doesn't happen to me anymore these days. I was hitting the string so hard that sometimes my high E string would get stuck below the pickup, and to avoid that from happening, I have the sticker on there. And I know it looks weird, it looks ugly, but it made sense for me to put it on there. In the first years before I became an Ibanez artist, next to my Sir 80 Strat, this was my main guitar that I chose for my band, but every other project I did as well. And back in the days, I did a lot more shows with local artists. I did a lot more collaborations, a few cover jobs here and there. And this was a very important guitar for me because, as Fender was trying to do, this is a workhorse guitar that you can take in almost every situation if you're not going to play heavy metal. In 2016, I did my first comparably big tour with a German band called Vox Club. They do German pop music with German lyrics, and it's actually, the music is a lot of fun to play. They don't take themselves too seriously. They're kind of being like a German pop boy group, and they had an all-female band on tour with them. I was a part of it, and so was this guitar as one of my main guitars on that tour. And also when playing with Karl Frierson, I met Karl before. He's doing a lot of pop, funk, soul music. Before becoming an Ibanez artist, this was my main guitar for that gig. And actually, we had a really cool show during the pandemic, as we were not allowed to perform shows with a whole band. Karl and myself did a streaming gig where it was just him and myself. And it was quite a challenge for me to be the guitar player and the guitar being the only instrument supporting the vocalist throughout a whole song, throughout a whole show, and that was a lot of fun, as you can have a listen here. If I fall down and get back up, I will not miss a beat, 'cause I'm a panther in this jungle who would not accept defeat. I'm walking in New York, walking down the avenue, walking down the avenue, over 42nd Street. I'm walking in New York, walking down the avenue, yeah. I'm getting down on 42nd Street. I feel a strange
stage in my own shoes. Should I do, yeah. New York.
To my fans and everyone out there, this guitar is probably most familiar from my performances of Jimi Hendrix, especially all along the Watchtower. But I also did a Jeff Beck cover of A Day in the Life that he did by the Beatles, which is a really cool song. Also played a song by Jimi Hendrix that is called Who Knows. For many years we had that as part of my set list, and yeah, that's, as said again, for blues stuff, this guitar was my go-to guitar. Actually, I just got asked while I was choosing a song like Who Knows, because Who Knows is one of the less famous songs by Jimi Hendrix, and the reason I chose it is because back when I was at Berklee College of Music, we had this Jimi Hendrix guitar lab, a course that was all about Jimi Hendrix, his music, his playing, and we did Who Knows, the main riff of Who Knows, and then also his solo that he did on top of that. And I always loved this song because it has so much open space for improvisation, and I'm a big fan of that in my shows. So for quite a few years, I decided to put that song in my show to give the whole band and the audience like this big moment where it's free improvisation and we didn't know where it would lead us, and that was always a lot of fun to play. And when it comes to my music, this guitar is all over my debut album Yasi, as well as on a lot of songs on Faith. It is mostly used for rhythm guitars, but on some songs I would also use it as a solo guitar. And if I think about songs in general, for example, If You Wanna Go Now, Society, and on Society I would also use it for the solo part. Come Out to Me, which is a blues song of mine. It's also rhythm guitars, the solo. And one song as well that is very special to me, Painting My Own World, where I did all rhythm guitars and the solo with this special guitar here. And since I'm talking about Painting My Own World, and it's been a while that I played it, I thought, why not do a little bit of Painting My Own World. Enjoy. Thanks for watching, folks. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Guitar of the Week. If you did, feel free to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done already. And I hope to see you again next time for another guitar out of my collection and a hopefully cool story to go along with it. Thank you for being here.